Welcome to Altar Guild. Worshipping together is the very heart of our life as Christians, and your work makes that possible. The spirit with which you do this work is more important than doing it perfectly. The topic of this video is hymn numbers and holy water. You can find the hymn numbers in the sacristy. They're often on the counter near the sound system, or in one of the sacristy closets. The hymn board is found under the pulpit near the large icon of Jesus at the front of the church. At the top of the hymn board, you want to post the day in the church year, for example, the 14th Sunday after Pentecost. You can usually find this information on the front of the order of worship. Next, you want to post the songs in the order that they will appear in the service. In a Sunday service, we sing a number of songs, including an opening hymn, a Gloria, a psalm, a sequence hymn, a prayer song, an offertory song, a sanctus, a fraction anthem, a communion hymn, and a closing hymn. You don't have to post all these songs on the boards, however. If the actual music is printed in the order of worship, then people don't need to look in their hymnals, so you don't need to post it on the board. In the blue hymnal, service music is preceded with an S. If you need to post a hymn that starts with an S, be sure to include the S. Likewise, if you are posting a hymn that comes from the Green Book, mark it with a G, so people know where to look. To post the hymns, simply slide the numbers or letters onto the board between the wooden slats. Sometimes you might need to use a little piece of Scotch tape to hold it in place. When you're putting hymn numbers away, be sure to put them away in order so that they're easy to find for the next person. Now that you're done with the hymn numbers, let's move on to holy water. You'll find the holy water in the cupboard in the sacristy. It's sitting on a note that says, "This water has been blessed." If for some reason the pitcher is empty, fill it with water and take it to a priest and ask them to bless it. Before we refill the holy water stoups, we want to empty them. You can empty the water into a paper cup and then use it to water a plant. We never put holy water that has been blessed down the drain. Next, you remove the stopper from the holy water cruet and carefully pour holy water into the stoup below the icon of the baptism of Jesus at the entryway to the church. You should also refill the small bowl of water on the table at the back of the church that the children use to get ready for worship. While you're there anyway, take a moment to replenish and tidy up the altar of preparation at the back of the church and the prayer station. You can replace any candles that have burned down and polish anything that is looking dingy. After you've refilled the holy water, refill the pitcher with regular water and leave it on the counter in the vestry with a note for the priest to bless it before returning it to the sacristy cupboard. When you've finished attending to the holy water, it's time to attend to the regular water. When possible, we like to have glasses of ice water available for the clergy and other liturgical ministers during the service. For a small weekday service, we usually prepare 3 glasses of water. For a Sunday service or another large service, we usually prepare 7. So now it's time to head to the kitchen to get glasses from the cupboard and a pitcher from the shelf. You can fill the pitcher with ice from the ice machine in the kitchen, and then fill the pitcher with water from the sink. Carefully carry the pitcher of water and the glasses back to the sacristy. Fill the glasses with water, and then set one on a coaster next to the seat where each of the liturgical ministers will be sitting during the service. While you're in the kitchen getting glasses of water, you should also retrieve bread for the Eucharist. On Thursdays, you should take a large loaf from the freezer and put it into the refrigerator to defrost for Sunday. Then take a small loaf from the freezer and defrost it in the microwave for the Thursday service. On Sundays, take a large loaf from the refrigerator, or if there is none already defrosting in the refrigerator, take a loaf from the freezer and defrost it in the microwave. If there are no loaves of communion bread available, we will use the host from the sacristy cupboard instead. Now that you've finished preparing the hymn numbers and the holy water, the drinking water, and the bread for the Eucharist, you're ready to begin preparing the altar. Remember, we're all part of a team. If you don't know how to do something, ask. And if there's no one to ask, just improvise. The most important thing is that you do this work with a spirit of joy and love, reverence and collaboration. This work isn't just getting ready for worship. This work itself is an act of worship. Let every task you do draw you closer to God and closer to other members of this community in love.